Hey folks, David Molnar here. Welcome back to the free video series on Aperture. In this video, I want to talk to you about how Aperture changes Sunflare. All right, so many of you guys have seen images and probably you've shot them yourselves where you have that gorgeous sun kind of hitting the back of your subject's head and you see that Sunflare coming in. It's just this washed out, gorgeous shot, right? But the way that the Sunflare is displayed can change based on the size of your aperture that's inside of your lens. And here's how you need to think about it. If you're shooting at a very large size hole, which of course is a smaller number, a large size aperture hole, which is a smaller f-stop number, like 2.8 or 2.0 or possibly even 1.4 or 1.2, right? If you're shooting at a large size hole or small number, then the Sunflare is going to appear like a big blob, kind of a shapeless, like just blob in your image. And I'm not saying that necessarily looks unflattering, just understand that that is how the Sunflare is going to be displayed in your images. If you have a large aperture size, okay, which is of course is a smaller number, you're gonna have a blur, kind of a blob in the background for Sunflare. As you make that hole smaller, okay, as you make the aperture size, the physical size smaller, which is a larger f-stop number like f16 or f22, right? Because larger number actually equals a smaller hole in regards to f-stops. As you make your aperture hole size smaller, what's gonna happen is the Sunflare is gonna become more and more defined. And as you get closer to that smaller pinhole, you're gonna see more of a starburst, a more clearly defined Sunflare behind your subjects when you're shooting with the sun hitting the back of their heads. Okay, so the smaller f-stop number will create a blob, and the larger f-stop number, which of course is a smaller hole, is going to create a more defined starburst looking Sunflare where you see the stripes coming straight out of the sun, and it's a little bit more defined. So depending on what you're going for, that's how Aperture affects Sunflare. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that lesson about Sunflare. In the next lesson, we're gonna get advanced, and we're gonna talk about how Aperture directly affects strobes in the studio or on location with off-camera strobes. I'll see you there.